Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yashab Brakathum, Yahweh Shemar Alta by Hashem Yahweh Shai. I am Priest and Officer Gabar Math, ISUPK, Connecticut. We are ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahana. Since 1969, we've been teaching the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians, their true culture and heritage, according to the Bible, that we are the Israelites, and that our oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, which means deceiver. All right, just bear with me while I put some things into the chat and we will get started. If you're not in Connecticut and you need to find a school, isupk.com. All right, you'll see our high holy days on there as well. You'll see the history of the school. You will also see study guides and study materials. All right, isupk.com. If you are in Connecticut and you're in need of, if you're in need of counsel and you're not in Connecticut, go on isupk.com, go into the school listing and find a school near you so that you can relate to brothers that are in your area. All right. We offer free counseling. All right. The counseling is excellent, it's top notch, and it's Bible related. All right. As much as a Christian church counsels people the wrong way, we counsel people the right way, brothers and sisters the right way. All right. If you're in Connecticut, all right, and you're in need of counsel, or you have any questions, all right, 203-548-0040. Again, that's 203-548-0040. All right. Remember, like we say with all of our classes, Salakia. Like, share, and subscribe. Uh-oh. Like we're having an issue here. Bear with me. Never a dull moment. Wow, looks like is it frozen? YouTube might be frozen. It's not responding. Interesting. All right. Well, another hiccup. It's all right. We shall push through and let the devil get behind us. You know what I'm saying? So, as always, to sign in to class and to be seen, all right, sign in on the chat, all right, so that you can be seen. I'm going to try this one more time. Then we'll just have to move on. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's move on. Today's class is a part 2. A part 2 class of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are brothers and should behave as such. Man, listen, we're in a time where it is imperative to have brotherhood. It is imperative to have sisterhood. It's imperative to bring families back together. Families are being ripped apart because men and women can't just get along. They can't even get along for the kids' sake anymore. They don't care. They walk away from family settings. They walk away from their homes. They walk away from their houses and apartment situations, and they go a-whoring everywhere, both men and women, man. And this is something that we have to, as a nation, fight against. As a nation, we have to come back together. Now, under Commanding General Yahana and in the ISUPK, all right, there's an organization that's out here teaching men and women to stay together, to be together, to have dedication, to keep your word, basically. To basically keep your word. When you say you're going to be with somebody, you love them, damn it, show them love and be with them. I know they're a pain in the ass. I know they threaten to do all types of whatever against you. I know they want to walk away, and they always say it. But at the end of the day, man, you made a commitment just like they did. If they want to be a piece of crap and not stick to commitment, it doesn't release you from yours. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that, as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's something that we've been taught doesn't make a difference. Our word doesn't mean anything. Oh, no, not today. No. It's fine. You already poured it. That's fine. All right. We have to learn that. We have to learn again, because we were the most righteous, the most moral and ethical people on the planet at one time. And we've come out of that because our oppressor has convinced us to be just like him, to be a liar, a cheater, a thief, to be a murderer. You know what I'm saying? And in this new kingdom that's coming, most definitely, those things are going to be frowned upon, man. You won't be able to be a murderer, a thief, a liar. All right? All right? You won't be able to do that. You're going to have to be truthful. You're going to have to be fair. You're going to have to go into contracts and keep your word. How many of us have cell phone contracts that we don't pay for? That's keeping your word, man. That's a contract. You must keep your contracts. And a lot of us look at things like they're not big deals, but they are. Even the smallest thing. When you give your word, you keep it. When you say you're going to do something, you try to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And when you fail, you say sorry, man. You say sorry. You ask for forgiveness, and hopefully that brother that or sister that you failed, because that's, again, you failed to keep your word. Hopefully you will apologize. Hopefully you'll be man or woman enough to say, you know what, I messed up. And then everybody can what? Move on without dwelling. Because again, we have to look forward. In this kingdom, you know what we spend a lot of time doing? Looking back. And once you become, again, born again, once you become new, once you repent, you can't keep looking back. Because that is the old you, and he's dead. She's dead. Okay? Bury that old you and leave it there. Like we said yesterday. Bury the old you, leave it there, and don't bring them up. Don't have an apparition. You know what I'm saying? Don't have a ghost. Don't have a spirit, you know what I'm saying, of the old you haunting you forever. You know what I'm saying? Learn to put that old you away and become something better, something new, something better, something greater than you were. Because a lot of us, again, in this kingdom, because of our oppressor and his brainwashing capabilities through television, radio, and just societal norms, okay? We love to dwell on what is essentially strife. Essentially, we dwell on strife. We live our lives in strife. And somehow we feed off of it. You know what I'm saying? Again, this is a new kingdom we're supposed to be building, man. All right, let's start with Zephaniah 2:1.
This book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Gather yourselves together, yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
Keep going.
Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Most High come upon you, before the day of the Most High's anger come upon you.
Keep going.
Verse 3. Seek ye the Most High, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment.
Now, all these that we're reading, right? There are commandments woven into these 3 verses right here. The first commandment that's in these 3 verses is gather yourselves together. Who's that talking to? The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The second is seek ye the Lord. And who is it talking to? All ye meek of the earth. What does that mean? Anybody who is meek means mild or someone that's on the bottom, right? Humble and okay. That's the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. We're the meek. We're the weak in this kingdom. We're the ones without power, okay? Without true power. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. What judgment have we wrought? The judgment of curses. we have been cursed through inactivity to keep the law. Now again, we're so fortunate. All of us. The Lord has put Bibles in our hands all our lives, man. And look at how when you come into the truth and you realize, man, I had this thing in my hand the whole time. I had access to the words of God my whole life. Somewhere in my house, there was a Bible. Somewhere around me, there was a Bible. And the Lord tried to, at various times, you'll think back, the Lord tried talking to you, man. Tried to get through to you. It might have been in church. It might have been somebody giving you a Bible or saying a verse to you, and you're like, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so many times, the Lord is knocking on your door, and we don't see it. But what is this saying? We have to knock on the door. We have to seek. Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness. Because what are we seeking right now in this kingdom? We're seeking unrighteousness. We're seeking the riches of this place. We're seeking its benefits. Seek meekness. Stay humble. We seek pride and proudful and boastful things, right? We always want to be number one in this and number one in that. We always want to say, I'm the best at this and I'm the best at that. When in actuality, who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Anything you got is a gift from the Lord anyway, man. And you give the Lord the gratitude and the thanks. It don't come from you. It may be ye shall be had in the day of the Lord's anger. Because why? Because there's going to come a day where judgment is going to flow all over the earth, man. Judgment is going to flow like waters all over this earth. And that's going to be a scary, scary day. And this is saying that seek that righteousness, seek that meekness, stay humble, you know what I'm saying? Stay good so that the Lord can hide you from the ugliness of that day. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be a bloodbath. The Bible says two-thirds of us, that's 75% of us, man, are going to be wiped out. Now, hopefully the Lord will have some kind of mercy on us. But as it stands now, the prophecy says 2/3. 1/3 is going to survive, 2/3 won't. Why? Because we're going to be hard-headed. Because we're going to be lukewarm. Because we're going to be cold. Because we're going to be marrying and doing all the things that happened back in Noah's time. Just going about life the way we are used to going about it. You know what I'm saying? Just like when that rain came and everybody was like, oh, it's raining. Oh, Noah said it would rain, y'all. Look, it's raining. Get out of here, Noah, man. Get out of here. You crazy, you and your family. And then it kept raining. And it kept raining. And then niggas was getting flooded in their houses. It's like, damn, Noah. Yo, your spot is kind of dry. Can I go in there with you? You know what I'm saying? No, I know I was talking a lot of junk, man, but yo, let me lay up in your spot, man. Nah, man. And listen, the Lord wiped out everything. You know what I'm saying? Those times are coming again, but worse. Not by water, but by fire shall we have destruction again. And again, before the decree bring forth. The decrees in the Bible, before the day passes the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. That's what's going to happen if you can't get yourself together, if you can't finally walk a straight line. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay crooked. Walk straight. You know what I'm saying? You have the ability if you're an Israelite. If you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you are absolutely able to kick any habits you have. You know what I'm saying? You're able to be a brother, to be a sister, the way you're supposed to be, without excuses. Because what's the motto in UPK? No excuses, no cowards. You know what I'm saying? That's here. And you have that ability too if you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. Let's drop that and get Matthew 1 and 21.
Matthew 1 and 21. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins.
That's right. Yahushua, for he shall save his people from their sins. Who are his people? His people are the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Yahushua was a Judite. Okay? And his cousins, okay, all the other tribes, you know what I'm saying? They're sinful. And he came and he sacrificed himself. Why can't we sacrifice ourselves just for the simple fact of doing it? He did it for our whole nation. What can you sacrifice to get better? You know what I'm saying? What can you hold yourself back from? You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have problems and troubles when it comes to brotherhood. A lot of us have difficulty with that. A lot of us have difficulty being proper sisters, proper wives, being proper helpmeets. Again, why? Because of the pride of our hearts, man. Because you want to say what. Let me tell you what most problems with brotherhood comes with this, and sisterhood. They're synonymous, okay? Most problems come from this. You just can't keep yourself from saying something. Now, many of us have wives. I do not. Let me just say that. I do not. I have had relationships, though. And so how many arguments do you have with your girl? And she just got to keep going. She got to run. She can't stop. You're like, okay, stop. She's like, I'm not done. You don't tell me to be quiet. You're going to hear what I have to say. How many times does that happen? It happens all the time. Because peace is easier to achieve when you just can do that, when you can shut it down and be quiet. And again, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, we have the spirit of our oppressor, which is a weak spirit. Our oppressor is weak, man. He's not a strong oppressor. He rules with cunning. He rules with deceitfulness. You know what I'm saying? He does things underhanded. That's how he rules us. He don't rule us by whipping us on our backs anymore. You know what I'm saying? He'll do some slickness. That's how he rules us. He rules us through illusion and television and word magic and all that business. You know what I'm saying? wordplay. You know what I'm saying? We're the masters of wordplay, but he rules us because of how we think of things. Because we're imaginative, so he rules us. He knows how we think, right? Now imagine if our family structures were together, where if the man said, all right, dead it, and the woman said, come. How many families would stay together? All of them, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Many of our men go on the street. I watched a preliminary situation between Cassidy and some other brother. I don't know what the brother's name was. These two brothers at the end, now this is a rap battle. At the end, man, listen, this thing ended horribly, man. It ended with life threats. It ended with gang talk. It ended with, I represent this, and you're not gonna see me, and I'm not scared to be in your territory, and I'll do what I want. Like, these brothers were freaking effeminate, man. There were two, excuse my French, bitches in that room. You mean to tell me that you're supposed to be having a rap battle, and you're gonna possibly take another brother's life and threaten his life over a rap battle? Isn't that pathetic? We get made fun of for foolishness like this, man. We got stereotypes printed all over us like tattoos, man. Because we get in our feelings over the most stupid things. Yet, you have Edomites shooting 8 people at a massage parlor, and his nation says, oh, he had a bad day. Can you believe that? That's how ridiculous is that? You shoot 8 women, and the police get on there and say he had a bad day. Oh man, listen. If we don't need to get out of this kingdom, I don't know what we need, man. Because we can't win here. Not without the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the Most High behind us, on our side, and lifting us up, man, because we have an uphill battle to fight. We would rather fight ourselves over lyrical volley and be willing to kill each other, threaten each other on television. This was on YouTube. Millions of people watched it. Well, I don't know millions. Slocky. Tens of thousands of people watched it. I don't know if it got to millions yet. But I watched it, and I said to myself at first, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a good rap battle. It's kind of heated. But then after a certain point, I said, damn, look at these two fools, man. These cats are really, like they're getting up, circling each other. You got a brother in the middle of them saying, whoa, what's going on? What are y'all doing? And they're so stuck in that mode of anger and attack, like two women. That's a woman's behavior, man. What man is going to fight over lyrical? Okay, fine. Let's just get it in that day and walk off, man. That's how easy it is. But again, because we're in this kingdom and we have the spirit, not of the Most High, but the spirit of our oppressor, we have a hard time just shutting our mouths. We have a hard time truly finding brotherhood. You don't have to agree to be a brother, man. You don't have to agree. You just got to know when to end something, when to let it go. You know what I'm saying? And how important it is for that to happen on a regular basis, because there's always going to be something that can turn into turmoil. You know what I'm saying? And again, in this kingdom, we don't do that. Yahushua came to be our savior, to save us. He was austere. What does austere mean? It means serious. Do you think Yahushua spoke like that? Did he talk extra? He spoke in parables. And a lot of times, did he speak? I don't recall seeing any scriptures or hearing any history about Yahushua speaking too much. You understand? He said what he needed to say, and that was it. And he said it skillfully. And that's what we have to learn in our kingdom, to be skillful at speech again. Skillful speech is what's going to draw brothers nigh instead of repelling us. You know what I'm saying? So that we tarry, we walk together. Shalakia. Let's drop that and get Matthew 10 and 5. All right.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 5. These 12 sent forth and commanded them, saying, hold on, Salakia. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the ways of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not.
Right. These 12 Yahushua sent forth, or Jesus as the world knows, and commanded them, saying, again, another commandment, go not into the way of the Gentiles. This Bible is not for Gentiles. Okay? Again, if you're Christian and you're watching this, you're a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you have a Gentile state of mind, but you are not a Gentile. You are not spiritually an Israelite either. You are by flesh an Israelite, just to let you know. All right? Let's clarify that now. And into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Go ahead.
Slaki. Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Read that again.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Again, that is the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian. We are the lost sheep. We have been lost. We are outside the protection of our shepherd. You know what I'm saying? We've broken the fence down and we just running around all over the place, man. The direction of our shepherd is not something that we're seeking after. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Read on.
Verse 7. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
That's right. And as ye go, preach. That's what we do in the ISUPK when we go out there on Saturdays, when we go out there on the streets and we hit the streets and we have camp. We're going out there preaching. You know what I'm saying? Saying what?
Saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
That's right. Saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Keep going.
Verse 8. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give.
That's right. Heal the sick, because our people are sick. Cleanse the lepers. Raise the dead. Our people are in a dead state. You know what I'm saying? Think of the valley of the dry bones, man. That's us. Cast out devils. Cast out liars. A lot of us are liars. We say we want brotherhood. We say we love God. We say many things, man, but we're not doing what it takes to show it, to show that love, that true love for each other. Freely ye have received, freely give. Keep going.
Verse 9. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses.
Don't worry about riches. The Lord will provide for you, man. Don't worry about where you can get something from. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. Do what is commanded. Do what you're supposed to do. Go ahead.
Verse 10. Nor script for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat.
That's right. Nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staves. For the workman is worthy of his meat. That work you put in, that's that real work. And you're worthy of what you get, and you will get. Keep going.
Verse 11. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, inquire who and it is worthy, and there abide till ye go thence.
Keep going.
Verse 12. And when ye come into a house and when ye come into an house, salute it.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And if the house be worthy, let your peace, come upon it. But if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of the house of this or city, shake the dust off your feet.
That's right. Don't worry about who hears you, man. You know what I'm saying? The Bible says prophesy to the wind, man. And whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when ye depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. Now keep it moving. Go ahead.
Verse 15. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city.
Damn. Verily or surely I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable. And the Lord did not tolerate it at all. Okay. For the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. Those who don't want to listen, they're going to burn and perish. Worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. You understand? You give the warning. You're the alarm. Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian who's in the truth, who's in the ISUPK out here prophesying to the wind. You are the alarm for our people. For the Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, the Israelites, according to scriptures, according to God, you know what I'm saying? According to our book. Verse 16.
Verse 16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
Read that again.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
These heathens are wolves. They're circling us, smelling us. You know what I'm saying? We standing there like, damn, what's going on, man? What's going on? I thought you liked me. Bobby? Robert, what's going on? Chad? I thought you were my friend. As they circle you, smelling you because they want to rip you apart, man. Go ahead.
Verse, Slakia. The end of the verse. Be ye therefore wise as a serpent and harmless as doves.
That's right. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. Don't underestimate your oppressor, even as children. Do you look at what the little boy did, man? They made him drink piss. He went to a sleepover. They shot him with BB guns, man. Didn't even give him a gun for himself. They shot him continuously with BB guns. He gets so depressed and so in his feelings. He goes and lays down early. He falls asleep. He has difficulty sleeping. He goes into a sleep. He's in a daze. These devilish children, man, get together and piss in a cup. Wake this young brother up and say, hey, drink this. You're snoring. And he's so innocent, so oblivious to the evil that they do as children and as our oppressor. He drinks it and goes back to sleep. Doesn't even realize what it is. Man, we live in an evil freaking place. And this was a young brother, what, 8 years old? Drinking piss from the oppressor? He trusted one of them. And he couldn't be trusted either, man. He let it happen. The one he actually trusted sat there and let it happen.
It's like,
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say there's a proverb about that. That same thing that just happened. I can't remember off the top of my head. But later on, I mean, if it's time, I can bring it out.
Oh, no sweat.
It's like it.
Oh, no sweat. Go ahead. 17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
But beware of men,
mm-hmm.
for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
In whose synagogues?
In their synagogues.
In whose synagogues?
You in their synagogues.
In their synagogues. Not your synagogues now. The synagogues are theirs. Beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you, whip you in their synagogues. Keep going.
Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
That's right. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. You got to stay straight, man. You got to be a warrior, man, because when that day comes, you can't be afraid to say what you're supposed to say. Keep going.
Verse 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak.
Read that again.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak.
But when they deliver you up to the governors and kings for the sake of the Most High in Christ, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. Go ahead.
Sir. For it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak.
Because the Lord is going to walk you through it, man. He's going to give you what he wants you to say. He's going to put it in your mind. Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
That's right. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 21. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
Why? Because Christ is separation. Christ is separation, man. Because who you think is your brother might not really be your brother. That's why brotherhood's important, man, because it shows who's your brother. Ooh, keep going, man. Let's get some more. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
Read that last part again.
But he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
But he, Salakia, that endure to the end shall be saved. You got to be long suffering in brotherhood, in sisterhood, in your marriages, with your kids, with your parents, even with your aunties and your uncles. You got to be long suffering, man. They suffer because they lack knowledge. If they're not in the truth, they're going to suffer for it. Feel for them, love them, love them enough to, I mean, you don't have to like bang it in their heads, man, but love them enough that it doesn't cause animosity in you so that you hate them, because they're going to be destroyed for what they don't do. They're going to be destroyed either in front of you or at judgment. Keep going.
Con concert. Verse 23. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come.
Keep going.
Verse 24. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord.
That's right. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. Keep going.
Concert. It is enough for the disciple that he be as his master, and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household?
That's right. Oh, you are of your master's house, man. You represent what you represent. Go ahead.
Another one, concert. Verse 26. Fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed.
That's right. Read that again.
Another one, concert. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. And
fear them not, therefore, for there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. Know that the evil bastard that you live with, that evil bastard will be revealed if you're living with an evil bastard. You know what I'm saying? Or the other female dog word. You know what I'm saying? All the evil will be revealed, man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to worry, man. You do what the Lord wants, and the Lord will have your back, and he'll put the spirit of himself in you, and you'll say the right things. You'll do the right things. You know what I'm saying? In the spirit of the Most High, being long-suffering and loving of your brothers and sisters, man. And you don't have to fear. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fear anyone or anything except for the Lord. For there is nothing covered that shall not be revealed. Go ahead.
Concert. And hid that shall not be known.
Keep going.
Verse 27. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops.
That's right. Woo! What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. Let it be known, man, who you serve, who your master is. Your master is not the people around you, man. You don't represent, you know what I'm saying, your mother and your father. Christ said, who is my mother? Who is my father? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, you represent your brothers that walk the same walk. What we read yesterday, preferring one another. That's who you represent. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all both represent the Most High and Christ. Keep going.
Concert. Verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Read that again.
Concert. And fear not them which kill the body.
Don't fear who can kill your body, man. Like we read in the Apocrypha, the mother and the 7 sons. Don't fear who can kill your body, man. That mother watched each of her sons, from the eldest to the youngest, die right in front of her. And she said to each of them, stay strong. Don't worry about it. You'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I taught you about this, and you're gonna take this like a man. Be man, that shit is tight. We're gonna go over that next week, man. Let me read that again, because that is a story that can give you some damn courage. Give you courage, because that woman had courage, and she instilled it in her sons, and her sons died, each one like a man. And when he said in her own tongue, when the king said, "Now will you eat pork?" She said in her own tongue. She didn't want to speak his Greek foolishness. She said, "La ah." You know what I'm saying? Her kids got tongues cut off, hands cut off, arms cut off, put in a frying pan, seared up in a frying pan, in a cauldron. Watch her kid. You could smell the flesh burning around it, man. That's how horrible it was. All day long. And even the youngest one turned to his mother and took his death like a man. And he wasn't even out of adolescence, man. That's how. Can any of us say we would do the same? Can any of us say we would do the same for each other? Would you do it for me? Would I do it for you? The answer should be Khan. Let's keep going.
Khan, sir. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
And that's not the hell in the ground now. It's not the hell in the center of the earth. No, that's the condition called hell. Keep going.
It's like it, sir. That just gave it up right there. Because if hell is a spiritual place, what they say is a spiritual place, it wouldn't say body.
Right.
It would only say soul, right? Slakia. I didn't mean to cut the wisdom. Slakia, sir.
I don't sweat. Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a farthing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's a unit. Two sparrows are sold as 1 unit.
Kind of, sir. And one of them shall not fall on the ground without your father.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 30. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered.
That's right. Keep going.
Kind of, sir. Verse 31.
And they're numbered by your maker, because you're not made of yourself. You're a vessel that was made by the Most High. And he knows how many hairs are on your head, how many hairs are in your beard and mustache, or the connector thereof. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Sir. Verse 31. Fear ye not, therefore, ye are of more value than many sparrows.
Damn right. Keep going.
Sir. Verse 32. Whosoever, therefore, shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven.
You confess. Whosoever therefore shall confess me, that's Christ speaking, before men, him will I confess. Christ will be our mediator in front of the Father, our counsel, our lawyer. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 33. But whosoever shall deny me before men,
read that again.
But whosoever shall deny me before men,
and watch out, you stinking pastors, preachers, reverends, and so-called leaders, because you deny Christ, man. You say it doesn't matter what color Christ is. Of course it matters. You're gonna say he looked like a green alien with big, huge eyes? What are you gonna say? He was bald-headed? You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna say? He looked like a Oompa Loompa? He looked like it's so ridiculous to say it doesn't matter what he looks like. Of course it does. The truth matters. He's not. It's the Middle East, so he's got to be looking like a Middle Easterner. He looks like one of those Arab guys over there. No, he don't. No, he don't. Because back then we were there, and look how we look now. Look how young man Lawrence and I look now. And we were in the Middle East at one time. Come on, man. Keep going.
Concert. before men. Him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven.
Damn right. You deny Christ, Christ is going to deny you. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. Verse 34.
Uh-oh.
Think not.
Uh-oh.
Think not.
Hold on. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The world is one. We should all hold hands. Come on. Grab hands and what's it? Hands across America. You lying bastards, man. You preachers are destroying your own people, man. What kind of brothers are you? You know what I'm saying? You tight clothes wearing European wannabe nothing. That's what you are, man. You're a liar, a deceiver. You're deceitful. You are of your father, the devil, man. Because here we go. This is what Christ is about. This is what you should be about, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. This is what you should teach your kids right here. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth.
Uh-huh.
I come not to send peace, but a sword.
Let's just soak that in a little bit. A moment of silence, please. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. What color is the writing?
Red writing.
Who is speaking, young man?
Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
He who comes to save his people is speaking. Okay. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Mm-hmm. He didn't come to send peace. What do swords do, young man?
They cut and slice.
They cut, slice, and what's the ultimate thing a sword can do?
Kill.
Cut, slice, and kill. It can cut you, maim you, or kill you. Well, there's no peace in that. Go ahead.
Kind of a concert. Verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance.
Now, what does that mean? Variance. Variance. I come to set a man at variance, and you'll get the meaning of the word through the context. Go ahead.
Kind of concert. Against his father.
So that man is at variance. They're at odds against one another. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. And the daughter against her mother.
Mm-hmm.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a concert. Verse 36. And a man's foe shall be shall be they of his own household.
And a man's foes, that means your enemy, shall be they of his own household. Damn. Go ahead.
Kind of a concert. Verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
Let's get that again.
Kind of a concert. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me.
You love your mom or your dad more than you love Christ. You're not worthy of Christ. And this is Christ saying this, man. You can't even say it's a rumor. You know what I'm saying? You can't even say, well, I heard this in this other scripture written by James or Paul or Matthew or somebody else. No, man, this is Christ speaking. He that loveth his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And, go ahead.
And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
You can't even love your kids more. You got to be willing to cut even them off. You got to sacrifice. Christ sacrificed himself for us. You're not asked you're not being asked to give your life. You don't have to give up the ghost and actually die, but you might want to step away from your evil ass kids or your evil ass mother or your evil ass father. You might have to do that. They might do it to you. You don't let it bother you and give in to that? Or you going to stay strong for the Most High and for Christ? You're going to proclaim Christ as king? Or are you going to want to be king of the house for yourself? A lot of us struggle with these things. Heavy. A lot of us have one foot in the truth and one foot out because of our children, because of our parents, because of our wives or husbands, because of our siblings, because life becomes harder somehow for us when we step into the truth of the matter. But this is supposed to happen. And Christ has given you the skinny right here, man. So that when it happens, you're not surprised. Go ahead.
So I was going to say something, but I'll read. Verse 38.
Mm-hmm.
And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me.
You got to take that burden. That cross is the burden. It's a burden to be in this truth, man. It's like you carrying something heavy on your back. And you know what happens when you carry something heavy? What happens when you carry something heavy? I pick things up and I put things down. What happens to you eventually?
You get stronger.
You're going to get stronger, man. You got to pick up that cross, that burden, and you got to bear it. And you will be a strong MFer at the end of it all. You'll be able to fucking block bullets with hands. You know what I'm saying? No problem. Keep going.
Kind on concert.
Now read that verse again and then keep going. Go ahead. Read that verse one more time.
Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Verse 39. He that findeth his life shall lose it.
Read that again.
He that findeth his life shall lose it.
When you finally find your life, when you think you got it all figured out, when you know who you think you know who you are, you remember your whole life as a child growing up, you know what I'm saying? That's when you'll lose your life. Go ahead.
And he that loseth his life for my sake shall find it.
And he that loseth his life for my sake, that's when you find true life. You know what I'm saying? True eternity in life. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. He that receiveth you receiveth me, and he that receiveth me receiveth him that sent me.
That's self-explanatory. He that receiveth you receiveth me. When you go out there and you preach or you talk to somebody and that person receives that truth, they're receiving Christ. Because you're speaking on Christ's behalf, man. And you speak on Christ's behalf, you're speaking on behalf of the Most High. Because the Most High sent Christ. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. Verse 41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of righteous man, in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward.
That's right. Keep going.
Verse 42. And whosoever shall give a drink unto one of these little ones, a cup of cold water only, in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
That's right. You do unto the little ones. All right. And you're going to receive reward from the Most High in Christ, man. Again, like we read that whole thing because that stuff is good. It is good to hear. And it gives strength, man. And it reminds us of where we should be in this truth. It reminds us of what we should be doing as brothers, man. We shouldn't let anybody come between our brotherhood. Nobody should come between our brotherhood. Not even another brother. Not even another brother, man. If your left arm offend you, cut it off. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen. You're going to get what you need, not what you want. You might want that brother to walk with you, man. But let me say something. When I came in this, I didn't come in this alone. I had two other people with me trying to walk, and they fell off. Like one fell off immediately, and the other one took a couple months. But I was walking by myself, or so I thought, until I got into the organization. And there's other brothers that can tell you the same stories, man, because it's the Lord doesn't want everyone. And he doesn't want everyone right now. That brother might hear the Lord eventually, but he might not. You know what I'm saying? Only time will tell. The Lord knows his plan. We don't. We need to be patient, and we can't be high-minded in it. You know what I'm saying? We have to be meek, humble, you know what I'm saying, and brotherly, and let our light shine. Let the light shine that we can, like a lot of brothers in this at one time or another, you end up feeling lonely, feeling separated. But know that Christ is saying that if they hate you, they hated him first. And when you walk the right way, when you're doing it right, that's when you know you're doing it right, because niggas are gonna hate on you. Niggas gonna hate on you. They ain't gonna walk with you. They're gonna be like, oh, what you doing, man? This thing right here is weird, man. You in a cult. Well, cult is short for culture. And guess what? You found it when they talk like that about you, man. You found your culture. Congratulations. Because the world wants you to not be without it. And when you find it, Christ is a little bit closer to coming back, man. And them heathen are scared of that. Them heathen are scared of that. That day is going to be dark. Oh, let's get that. Isaiah, what's that? Isaiah 50. The day of the Lord is dark and very dark. There's no light in it. So, Lockie, let me find that. So, Lockie, let me find that. The day of the Lord. Give me No. Amos 5:20, so Lockie.
Concert.
And then Joel 2:31. Ooh. Isaiah 5:20.
You said Amos.
I'm sorry. I did say that. Slovakia. Water.
Slovakia. One second, sir. Slovakia. Somebody
just turn off your microphone.
All right. Somebody just knocking on my door. I'm sorry.
No sweat. Wait for the young man to come back. Salakia, y'all. The water for tuning in. All those tuning in.
Slakia class. 5:20.
Amos 5:20.
Concert. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 20. Shall not the day of the Most High be darkness, and not light, even very dark, and no brightness it is. I mean, in it, Salakia. No brightness in it.
Read it again. Yeah.
Concert. Shall not the day of the Most High be darkness, and not light, even darkness, even very dark, and no brightness in it?
Let's get Acts 2:20.
Concert.
Because, man, like these Christian pastors are teaching you that when the Christ comes, it's going to be a glorious day. It's going to be shiny and new and bright and wonderful. Yeah, for those he's saving. But for everybody else, man, it's going to be a nightmare.
This is the book of Acts, chapter 2 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and notable day of the Most High come.
Joel 2 and 31.
Joel.
Joel.
Mm-hmm. Kind of a concert. It's the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 21. Fear not, O land, be glad and rejoice, for the Most High will do great things.
Go ahead.
Kind of a concert.
31.
Salaki, you said 31?
Come.
Salaki, I said that wasn't 21. I was supposed to be 31. Salaki, sir.
I know, so go ahead.
The sun shall be turned into darkness.
Read that again.
The moon into blood.
Read that again.
Kind of a concert. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Most High come.
That judgment day is called the great and terrible day. Why are Christians telling you it's supposed to be some awesome day that when Christ comes is going to be a glorious day? If glorious is filled with blood and death and killing, not murder now, killing. Because the righteous will live, man, but the unrighteous are going to be killed. Okay? This is something we got to wrap our minds around, man. We got to understand that brotherhood is most imperative so that we can be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. All right? That's my time. I am Priest and Officer Gabar Math, ISUPK, Connecticut. We're ISUPK set out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana since 1969. We've been teaching the so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians, and Negroes, Latinos, and First Nationers that we are the true Jews according to the Bible. All right? Not that Jewish man, woman, and child that's in our land. Okay? And that our oppressor, who is the common oppressor of the planet right now, is the devil, the deceiver that the Bible speaks of. We'll see you again. Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.